What's going on, everybody? So, today was a good day mentally, not the best P&L wise, but a decent day P&L wise. Not going to complain, but I'm very happy with how I traded, and it makes me happy going forward because it was pretty straightforward, and I'm very happy about that. So, let's scroll back to the open and go over our trades. There's going to be one thing that you see that's pretty common, and that's going to be as we got close to these bands, that was where we took our trades, which was the idea to begin with. So we did take a trade here. I'll explain that real quick. I was showing somebody something on stream. Speaking of which, we are live every morning. I stream live my trades as I'm taking them on YouTube. So feel free to check that out. I've been meaning to let you guys know that we did start streaming again. And we were telling somebody on the stream something. Oh, I remember what it was. It was the bad trade that we took on the eval when we only needed 25 more dollars to pass the eval. And I had taken that on this account. So I was flipped it over to show them that because the entries weren't showing up when I had the funded account up. And we ended up only taking this trade on that account because the funded account has to be active for the copy trader to work. And unfortunately, we didn't get the copy trade on that one because we didn't have the funding account selected. That's why there's a discrepancy between the two accounts because I was copy trading all day. I just happened to not take the trade on the right account for this one. But as you can see, into the bands, this trade actually I wasn't scared, but I didn't like how it played out. Pretty nice resistance area looking left, and we were going right into the bands off of the open. And so I took a starter, and unfortunately, it went a little bit higher and then never came back down below our entry. And then it shot up, and it shot up in the moment a lot further than I was expecting it to go. But took a second entry and just took the whole thing off. And as you're going to see later, a lot of times you'll see these tend to try to go sideways, kind of like this one up here, and then attempt to go higher and then maybe make the move down. I see that a lot. This one was not one of those. It's actually kind of V-shaped right back down, but that's after getting caught in a move I wasn't expecting just to get out for a decent green trade. I think we made 30 bucks per account on this one, which is what we're looking to make on a single entry. I wasn't upset about it. So then we had the second trade up here. This one, again, we ended up starting this one a little bit early. Probably could have been a little more patient. Would have been a really nice entry had we been a little bit more patient, but still came pretty close to the top. And that was, again, the discrepancy. So that was what, like a 16-ish dollar trade. Then back over again. So nothing really. We for the next was that like 10 minutes, but we pretty much V-shaped after it attempted higher, right back down to the lower bands. I was not really expecting something like that. On the move down here, I thought I was going to be bored for the next hour because it was going to take a while to get back up to the top or the bottom, but nope, we went straight to the bottom, got close to the bands, took a nice first trade here. You can see the two arrows in there. That was a good trade. And then we decided to go sideways and then drop again, right? Because we waited for that first entry. We didn't get caught in this move and we weren't scaling into this move and we didn't get dropped on in this move. However, this this trade was kind of annoying because when we flushed through this area, I had this line drawn. When I hit the button, it looked like the price was here around 15,110, and that's not where we got filled. We got filled all the way up here at 15, like 113. And it was frustrating because it did go a little bit higher than that, but then it dropped and then it tried to go lower, came back up, actually made a lower high there, and it started to drop and then it came back up and it was really struggling to even get back up through the top of this candle. So I took it off, and as I took it off, it did dump. You can see this wick here. That was actually right as the candle switched over. It dumped into that little wick there, but then it got bought up and it would have worked. But whoever got caught in this, I'm assuming they kept buying it until they could get up to where they could dump it. And then they dumped it because we had that nice big flush red candle again, and it ended up working out for them. So then we decided to go sideways for pretty much the rest of the afternoon. And I actually left right here after 12 o'clock. And that was actually when it made this move, but wouldn't have been enough for us to get in anyway. And this is kind of what I was talking about, where when it makes a high and then it comes back down, kind of goes sideways and then attempts to go higher. But this wasn't really close to the band, so it doesn't really count for me anyway. And I happened to come back, and when I came back, I decided to come back right around this candle here, and we went sideways, and then we got this flush candle. Started a position here. I think I only took one contract on this, yeah, because I just came back. I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know if it was news or not. And so I took just one contract being safe. And sure enough, this thing decided to go down, came back up to our entry, and then we got a nice flush. Actually got a really good ad here. And then it came back up to our first entry. And I just took it all off for a nice little wallet patter. I'll tell you right now, it's a lot easier when you only take one contract on the MNQ to start a position. But obviously, we're never going to make a lot of money if we're only starting with one contract, because if it just works, you're only going to make like 10 bucks, if that. So that was it. That was my last trade. Pretty much since then, you can see if we throw the other bands on there, we've been kind of hugging that line the rest of the day. And yeah, pretty happy with my trades. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities to get some trades in, and we made the most of it for them. I mean, we did get a trade on each of those, so I can't really complain. Didn't really feel like I missed anything. And moving forward, I'm pretty excited because it's a system. I mean, there is some discretion in there, and you do have to make decisions in the moment. So it's not exactly a system, but at the same time, like I have specific requirements to even look to start the position. And that's the part that I'm happy about, because I can't make any mistakes if I follow those rules. And if I'm not making any mistakes, if the system itself is profitable, then I should be good to go. And yeah, that's all I got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I always appreciate the support. If you do have any questions or comments, you can ask me on the live stream in the mornings, or you can leave some down in the comment section below, or find me in Discord. Those links are down below. Until tomorrow, stay safe, and I'll see you then. Peace.